My name is Tammy Woodhams. I am a cancer survivor. In 2008, I was diagnosed with tongue cancer. It was stage 3, and I had surgery. Basically, they rebuilt my tongue, and about 2.5 years later, I had a reoccurrence. I noticed a lump on the side of my neck, and the cancer had come back, and this time it was in my palate and in my tonsils. And so I had surgery again, and this time I experienced chemo and radiation. Because the surgery impacted my tongue, it was much harder for me to speak. The chemo and the radiation really caused me to have problems with swelling in my face and my neck. In order to rebuild my palate, they used the trapezius muscle in the top of my shoulder. And so that caused my shoulder to roll forward and also caused a lot of problems for me to be able to lift up my arms, caused tightness, real difficulty in terms of moving. I was told before all of this happened that I would probably never eat out in public another day in my life. I was told that I should apply for Social Security benefits right away because I wouldn't be working anymore. I was terrified. I wanted to be able to go back to work. And so I got referred to the physical therapist, and she worked with me, and during that time, of course, I was getting more and more swollen in my face and my neck. And so she was trying a number of different things. And when she realized that the physical therapy wasn't doing anything for my swelling in my face and neck, she referred me to an occupational therapist. She sent me for what she called secondary lymphedema, and I had never even heard of lymphedema before that. I just knew I had swelling and it wouldn't go away. I have a great occupational therapist, by the way. Her name is Kathy Konoski, and she works at University of Michigan. She was a godsend. I was going to treatment with Kathy using her the tools that she had in her toolbox. And she told me that she had been at a recent conference. She learned about a device, and she couldn't wait to come back and for it to come in and use it on me.
My name is Julia Osborne. I'm a physical therapist and a certified lymphedema therapist. I have been working with the oncology patient population now for 14 years. We first got information about the device about 2 years ago, and we decided that it sounded like a good device to bring into our clinic on a trial basis to see if we could make any significant changes with our patient population. So we did this, and initially it was a 3-month trial basis, and I let all my therapists work with it, and they all came back with excellent feedback and excited feedback about the difference that it was making in some of their patient treatments.
And so it came in, and when she did, it was instant. It was like immediately I remembered what it felt like prior to all that medical intervention. I remembered I remember how my body used to feel. It was instant, because what it did is it released all of the pressure that I had that was holding me and pulling on me. It felt like it was just immediately lifted.
We have found that it is an excellent device for reducing fibrosis. And that fibrosis can be from radiation, it can be from surgery, and it can be from lymphedema.
I work in criminal justice, and I've spent my career helping people to stay and get out of jail. And that minute, I felt like I knew what it felt to have been incarcerated and finally freed.
And what it does is it pulls the epidermal and dermal layers away from some of the underlying fascia, and also maybe creates space in fibrotic tissue that may be very superficial. And what it does is it creates a negative pressure in those tissues, and it results in a vertical pull as well as a horizontal pull on those tissues, and it actually allows the initial lymphatic vessels to open.
I know that I can move so much better than I did before. And I can talk so much better than I did before. And I knew that there was a tool now in her toolbox that would help me when I got feeling like that again. In order for me to help make sense out of what I've experienced, I feel an obligation to share those things that have helped me. And I know there are probably people like me who are newly diagnosed, who end up with secondary lymphedema, don't even know it. And this device helped me, and it changed my life, and I know it can help other people too. That's why I'm here.